Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of SkyZone Let's Play. As you can tell, I got some ocelots. And this was not nearly as hard as it was with uh, with the mushrooms. So in fact, the grass just barely finished spreading out. I was doing some fishing and noticed that we had the ocelots. What I'm trying to do now is I got the fish in hand, and they have to come to you in order to be tamed. Oh, come on. Anyways, let me see if I can get one more. You can't be moving around. They have to come to you. Oh, come on, little guy. There, he's approaching, all nice and meek. And now I'm out of it. Anyways, we got us a little orange tabby and a little Persian cat. That one's growing up. The other one's just a kitten. Uh, and so we actually got a breeding pair. So at this point, we can go ahead and start taking down all this grass and put it to use somewhere else. Anyways, I just wanted to show you our little cats. We probably still, I don't know. We may or may not want to go chasing after it. In fact, as you can tell, the grass hadn't even completely spread out. We still got our cow from when we originally got here onto the jungle. All we really need is just a breeding pair. And they seem to be doing okay. So now we're going to be heading off to our village. Well, I wanted to show you this real quick, just to let you know what the progress of my farm is. We have a whole bunch of. I basically rebuilt everything that we had in the farm that when we took all the dirt out for spawning all these animals. As you can see, we got a healthy supply of just about everything. Lots of melons, lots of pumpkins, lots of wheat here. And basically more than enough stuff here to take care of any of the needs that we have for basic food stuff. So starvation should be a thing of the past. And oh, where are we at? Yeah, it'd be nice if we had an automatic planter and harvester for that. I put the reeds back here because moved the water source block. And of course we got the cocoa bean farm and we got more cacti than we know what to do with. So I'm not even going to bother harvesting that. we need these reeds here for making some bookshelves, which I'm going to get to in a future episode. We'll go ahead and dump off almost all this. I've been using some cobblestone for what we're going to work on next, which is the village. And that is going to be the main purpose of this video today. As you could tell, I already did some work on the village. And I want to, first of all, I wanted to show you this. This is our basic village house. It has a front door, and this has the smooth stone in it because that's the way it was generated in the mod. I could have used anything, since in order to get over here you need to have an efficient cobblestone generator. I figured the extra stone was no big deal. And keep in mind what these villagers have for their profession, both their cloak colors as well as the things they have to trade is just randomly generated by Minecraft itself. So in terms of the mechanics of a house, I wanted to show you this. What Minecraft considers a house is something that has a floor, which we could even use this cobblestone entryway here. But then it also has to have a door and at least 2 blocks going inside. And inside is defined as something that has a covering that's 1 block. I think it can be a couple blocks high, but basically just 1 block covering everything up to the sky. You cannot have multiple gaps of air, and for it to be considered a roof. So villagers generally don't breed underground. Sometimes you want to throw in a wall, and you can even throw something in on the back side, but as you can tell over here, it doesn't have to be perfectly enclosed in. The key part is that roof and the door. Like I said, the roof has to be at least 2 in from the door, and that's about the only other restriction. So this is a basic villager house, even though it looks kind of pathetic. You can line them up one after another and be able to do it, and have the villagers think that is you can have the villagers think that they have a bunch of houses. But I'm going to be showing you something that is a little bit, well, it's been called by many different things before. Whoops, I don't need to do that. I want to make some fences here. I've heard this called a breeder cell by several people making YouTube videos. We're going to be making an area, basically one big building here that's going to have lots of doors, keeping in mind this little standard here. And the way this works, I'm going to come out here roughly in the middle of all this. We're going to have this central area, and then I'm going to go ahead and throw a pumpkin in here. I'm going to throw a torch in temporarily. I don't have any more torches, dang it. But this will show the basic idea. And we can get fancy here. I'm using spruce wood just because it happens to be handy. I'm going to use these logs here as Oh, come on. This is going to get annoying. I probably got to get an axe too. But the idea is that here we're going to have some doors. And keep in mind, doors I'm going to make a bunch of doors here. Oh, come on. Okay. Going to line up a door there. There. I wish these doors would stack. Whoops. So we're going to have this inner courtyard area here. Let's see if I can do this. There. Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to have to stop this and go back and go get the... I don't think it matters. Anyways. This is going to... We're going to have several doors here, and then we're going to put in on this other side... let's just make some more boards. So we're going to have a roof here. I'm just going to use these same ones. We'll pretty this up later. And this gives us our roof. And in fact, if we decide to get fancier here, like I said, I'm doing this just strictly for aesthetics. Okay, let's get rid of the sticks. I'm going to use that in a bit. We can then create a bunch more doors. There. On this side, and this qualifies as 6 different houses in a relatively small area. And this provides ample opportunity for the villagers to have a place that they can call home, and causes them to breed like nuts. I'm going to be back, and I'm going to bring on in a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns and finish off this cell using the same basic pattern. I'm going to wrap it up, copy the same thing going out in all 4 directions. coming out from this middle and try to put on some doors. Okay, I got the supplies and stuff that I was looking for. Just adding some finishing touches here on the roof. The roof of this is now done. And hopefully this shows a little bit of what we're going to be having here in terms of this villager house. Now, one thing that before we finish this off, I also want to go through and put a fence all the way around. That's why I bothered doing that in the first place. The fence, I found that the villagers are too stupid to stay on the island if you don't provide some kind of protection for them. I've heard it read and said in the Minecraft forums that villagers really are just another kind of domesticated animal that you got to be tending to. And for something like Skyblock, that's especially true. Once you got this set up, the villagers will tend to take care of themselves. They'll fight. They'll even defend themselves against mobs, so you don't have to get quite so paranoid about these guys like you do, say, cows or chickens or things like that. But nonetheless, you do need to put in, some basic kind of protection to keep them from falling off. And it's probably not bad for you as well in terms of taking care of these guys, especially when zombies show up. And zombies will show up even if you have it fully lit and have everything designed to keep them away. They still, for some reason, show up just if there's a whole bunch of villagers that are in close proximity to each other. Now, then again, the villagers will spawn golems, which we're going to take advantage of. I'll go back to finishing that in a bit. But we got our fence going around pretty much the way we want it. Let's just make a whole bunch of doors if we can. Yeah, good enough. We'll come back to that later. And let's see if we can clean this up. And so let me see if I can count this out right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 doors on each side, plus another 12, 13, 14. So that's, let's see, 44 and 12, that's 56 doors. And that is enough doors to be able to do some... Let's go back and grab these blocks real quick. So we'll need them. Anyways, 56 doors is enough to give yourself a very sizable villager population. It turns out that it's about, give or take, about 2 doors per villager. So this will give us a village population of about somewhere between 20 and 30. And believe it or not, the villagers will take advantage of it. So if we go over here, let's pull out our little axe again. Take out this fence, because we already got the other fence for them to be wandering around. As you can see, the villagers are in love, and they're going to be making a little baby, which is good. And mind you, we haven't even finished doing this. Let's make some more doors here. And then we can try to get fancy here in a little bit with this. Let's go check it out over here and let's see. I don't think they've been able to figure out what they want to do here. That's okay. So I'll be back. It looks like I may even need a little bit more wood. We'll see. But we're doing pretty good with this, and uh, anyways, I'll be back and show you what else is happening with the villagers. Well, I don't know if you see this, but we got us a little villager. So it seems to be working so far as the fact that the villagers have accepted this. So now it's just a matter of time to have the village grow to be something that would be worth having, so that we can start doing something else. This is like I said, this is our basic breeding cell. I'm planning on putting in some other buildings that we're going to throw in here. Possibly expand the island a little bit. I'm going to have to get some more wood, chop down some spruce trees, which you can see off in the background. That's what I've been using. You can use any building material when you're doing this. I just happen to be using spruce because I thought it would make something that looked kind of cool. You can even use cobblestone here. The wood is not necessary. I just think it looks kind of nice. Obviously, this is all made with oak wood. So it's just taste. But the basic reason for doing this is to create a whole bunch of villagers by having a whole bunch of doors. You could even expand this out an additional ring. So you put in a little space here and then put in another complete ring all the way around this. And, add in another couple hundred doors. by doing that, you will create a huge number of villagers. But frankly, this is all that you need to be able to get iron golems. And then from the iron golems, that'll give us a ready supply of iron bars that we can start using for all kinds of fun little things here in a little bit. And have it wait a couple of days, let that little guy grow up. They're going to keep breeding and breeding and making more and more villagers. So with that, the big thing that I'm hoping is to find 2 villagers that are able to help me in a trade. The number one thing that I'm looking for right now is redstone. Villagers will occasionally trade redstone, and with redstone we can start doing some things like, making redstone circuits. And I'm going to try to use some redstone, doing something called the redstone glitch, to be able to make some obsidian. And with the obsidian, I want to make a portal to the nether. So the hope is that after this village gets built up, we're going to head off to the nether and be able to do some other fun things. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you see how this has gone in terms of building this basic villager breeder cell. And I'll show you next time on the next episode how this actually works. Until then, ciao.